what it is, man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
All right, man. The Ring Magazine has dropped Teofimo Lopez out of the top 10 pound for pound. They still got Earl at number 8. They got Bam Rodriguez in there, Tank Davis in there. Errol Spence still in there. I think Beaver is 6, Better BF is 5. Number 4 is, I think, Canelo Alvarez. 3 is Usyk. 2 is Nayu Inoue, who said Crawford should be number 1. Now, obviously, Crawford is number 1. Still don't understand how Beaver is below Canelo and he beat that ass. And then Canelo ducked the roof. Hey, I don't know. I don't know. What better way to dispute a head-to-head matchup or dispute a ranking when you whoop somebody's ass? I don't know. But check out the boxing news list. And at the end of the day, you know, somebody said this about Shakur, and I can't remember who said it, but it was Stevie Kim. That his fight versus De Los Santos, it felt like a loss. And I would put Shakur Stevenson on the pound-for-pound list before Gervonta Davis. I would still pick Teofimo Lopez on the pound-for-pound list before Gervonta Davis. Let me say it again. My brothers and boxing brothers and sisters in my Dr. Umar voice. I would still put Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez on the pound-for-pound list before Sugar Tank Davis. I definitely would. Because Tank Davis will get nowhere near somebody like Sandor Martin or even Jermaine Ortiz. He wouldn't get nowhere near them brothers, man. So, just because you sold a lot, I know popularity is a part of what I put into the pound-for-pound list, but yeah, I'm like, he ain't no pound-for-pound fighter, bro. And they need to stop, they need to stop, you know, enabling bad behavior in boxing. Anybody with Tank on a pound-for-pound list is fucking pathetic. He more pathetic than his sissified fan girls and fanboys. Or his fan females, because they all females. They go out here and try to explain, oh man, Devin Haney fight ain't big, or Teal fight ain't big, or Shakur Stevenson fight really ain't big, but he go around here and fight Kickback Johnson is big. Like, fuck out of here, man. Shit is wild. And y'all do all that capping and all that dick sucking, pause, and them fighters be holding the fuck out of y'all. I heard about Errol Spence, what he tweeted about them girls and how they were saying where Frank Martin fight at. They asked an actual question with journalistic integrity that he can't answer. But don't worry, we gonna get the Frankie boy. Don't worry about it. But and then he deleted it because he know he was wrong. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, they were saying like T.O., you know, Stevie was like, it felt like Shakur lost versus De Los Santos. And I mean, if you ever seen a fight where a fighter clearly won, but his stock took a hit like a loss, I can't think of one in history. I don't even think Roberto Duran stock took that big of a hit. And obviously it wasn't the social media era. When he quit versus Sugar Ray Leonard in the second fight. I mean, shit, Victor Ortiz, when he quit versus Marcos Maidana, oh, this nigga about to be mad. He got 3 trucks back to back. Crazy work. Even when Victor Ortiz at the Marcos Maidana, I know a lot of y'all niggas didn't watch boxing back then. Y'all came in with Errol Spence. And he said that when, you know, he quit versus Maidana in a fight, I think it was close, but I thought he was winning if my memory serves correctly. And he, after the fight, he said, well, I don't deserve to be taking this punishment. I mean, Victor Ortiz, even, you know, it didn't even take that big a backlash. Remember, social media wasn't that big back then. But still, yeah, people said they want their buddy back from Duran and Leonard second fight and all that stuff. And Shakur, he took a hella L still. He took a L. He found every way to take an L, but actually in the win and loss column. Made his ass even retire. You know, he found every way to take an L without taking an L. He found every effect from taking the L. He had a few people, you know, encouraging him. You know, he made the excuse. He had Bob Arum back his excuse. You know what I mean? Then you turn around, you know, you had the whole boxing world, you know, not liking what he was doing, man. But, you know, for Teofimo Lopez, I mean, I don't even think, you know, his controversial fight, which I thought he lost, just, I ain't scored, but to the naked eye, he lost to me. You know, and I love the case that people make. Oh, you come forward, you know, you try. No, it's not. Scoring the fight is not for your taste. It's not to make you feel good. It ain't to entertain your ass to how you score a fight. Let the fans who bought the tickets, you know, get entertained. Scoring a fight is based on scoring punches, evading punches, and how are you really, you know, imposing your will in the ring. And who had the ring generalship? Jermaine Ortiz controlled the flow of the fight. Ring generalship, he made T.O. miss, and, you know, he should have made him pay a lot more. I'm not going to cry and say he got robbed. A gun in a mask. I ain't going to say that, but at the end of the day, Teofimo Lopez has had multiple performances where he struggled with the same type of guy. And people try to say, well, he didn't get up for the fight. Now, you know, Super Bowl Thursday supposed to be a primetime slot. Why wouldn't he get up? He struggled with boxers. If he got to come forward, he started making all type of mistakes. He dropped his hands, don't know how to get on his toes, don't know how to utilize his jab. Father gave him no direction, enabling him, oh, we won every round. You know, and one day he gonna get in there with a motherfucker who can box. He struggled versus Nakatani. He struggled versus Sandor Martin. He struggled versus George Camboso. And he struggled again versus that style on steroids versus Jermaine Ortiz. And I felt that Sandor Martin was more offensive. He should have had 2 knockdowns in that fight. You think Jermaine Ortiz, you know, would study the tape and see how much, you know, Sandor Martin killed him with the check hook, you know, check hook and pivoting. You know what I'm saying? And Ortiz threw that check hook and landed one good time and then throw it again. He ain't got nobody to blame but himself. But T.O. falling out the pound for pound list. He got a loss. He had a couple questionable, shaky performances. But, you know, Bam Rodriguez is on fire right now. But I cannot justify leave him off the list and putting Tank Davis on the list. Everybody else that's on that list, like you like to rank heavyweights, I don't. Once you move up there, you're a fucking heavyweight. That pound for pound shit go out the window. You conquer the world. So I don't count that shit. That shit is the weakest shit in the world. Once you up there and you winning titles, you competing, I don't care. Cruiserweight ain't in a real weight class anyway. So if I had to do it, I'm putting Shakur still in there. I'm putting T.O. in there. I'm taking Tank out. And obviously I'm removing Usyk because, you know, he a heavyweight. That's exactly how I'm doing it. So T.O. was, you know, just, you know, off that list, T.O. would still be in my pound for pound list. You know, can I justify putting anybody else in there other than Teofimo Lopez? Just going through my Rolodex real quick. David Benavidez, bro. Yeah, man, I think it's time for David Benavidez to be on that list. I ain't taking Bam out. So it's either for me, Benavidez or Shakur Stevenson. You know, or T.O. So I mean, if he ain't on that list, he right there. He knocking on that door. He right there. I ain't taking Bam out. So he took Usyk out, put Shakur. So it's either between Shakur, T.O., and Benavidez for me. Benavidez coming, pause. But, you know, I mean, if I did drop T.O. out my top 10 to put Benavidez in, he'd be at 11. Oh, Earl Spence still on the list, too. The way he got his ass whooped, get his bitch ass off my list. I got, I ain't ranking nobody, but Canelo, Crawford, Rodriguez, Better BF, Bivol, did I say Bam? Let me see. I said Bam, Canelo, Terrence, Onuyue, Bivol, Better BF. Who else was on the list? T.O., Shakur, David Benavidez, and whoever the hell I left off the list. Couldn't remember who it was. I said Bivol. I said Better BF. Whoever the name, Devin Haney, my bad. Devin Haney. He was the one on the list. So, yeah, them my 10 that I could think up off top. Devin Haney was on that list as well. I hope I said that in the beginning. So, that's why I'm kicking Earl off. The way he got his ass whooped, boy, pound for pound, my ass. That nigga better go eat a pound for pound cake. That boy got whooped. Still thinking about that ass whooping. I can read your mind, Earl. Know what you thinking. And Yellow Beezy was about to get that ass beat too. That nigga he said, why you got a gun, man? Man, look here, man. I don't blame Yellow Beezy real quick. I don't blame that brother, man. Nigga, man, Pimp C told them niggas all across the great strait of Texas, nigga, keep your pistol, fuck a fight. Cause most of these niggas ain't living right. He ain't lying, dog. He ain't lying. You know what's one of the dangerous weapons in a fight that nobody think about, especially the darker it is a knife. I had to learn that from one of my pop's friends. A knife is dangerous in a fight because you can't see it. A lot of times it's concealed. You can see a nigga with some brass knuckles just with a little bit of light. When they got a blade or a razor, like I said in one of my other videos, man, I used to talk to this girl. She went to Northwestern. She transferred to our school right up the street. She used to get in fights. She carried about 4 razor blades in her mouth and have a regular conversation. You know, don't get greasy out here and shit. You know, I got my ass whooped over her too in high school. Hilarious. Nigga, I had to learn the hard way. But I slipped, though. I got bad foot. That shit was, you look back and laugh at it, this shit is funny, dog. I like to talk about my losses and my wins, and my wins and my losses, like that Meek album. But yeah, let me know what y'all girls and guys think about Teofimo Lopez getting dropped out the top 10 ring pound for pound list. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Want to donate? Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Check out my new channel, Free Game 89. Links in the link tree in the description. Peace.